Hello and welcome. Let's make this short, sweet, and to the point. It's time to stop the madness and the insanity out there in the home-based business arena. When the home-based business industry first started, there was Amway, Herbalife, Nu Skin, and maybe a couple of dozen other ones to choose from. Today there are thousands, with a dozen new ones starting up every week. There's just too many to choose from. So, nowadays what do we see? Well, everyone's jumping from this company to that company, to the newest super duper company, to the latest super juice, the newest undiscovered herb from some Brazilian rainforest, or the latest patented matrix binary breakaway double reverse funnel 100% payout compensation plan, and on it goes. Everyone says we are the best, and everyone says our comp plan pays the most. Now they can't all be right, so someone is not being truthful. So how do you decide? Well, it's not that difficult, but for some reason we as humans like to complicate things. So let's break it down. All you need is 2 filters and 3 test areas. The filters are common sense and proof. And the test areas are company details, product, and compensation. Now, if we run the test areas through the filters, the truth has to emerge. So test area number 1, company details. Let's put it through the common sense and proof filter. First off, how long has the company been around? Have the owners been to jail, sued, shut down? Can the owners be contacted? Do they have a head office? Are they financially stable? Half of all direct sales companies fail right off the bat in this first area. It's amazing how many startups are being run out of a basement or a garage with some downline software and a white-labeled product. It's also amazing how many company owners are convicted felons with criminal records. All we have to do is ask the right questions and we'll get the right answers. Okay, test area 2, the product. Let's put it through the common sense and proof filter and see what comes out. First off, how much competition is there for the product? Is it the 27th juice product to come out this week? Also, are there clinical trials for your product, and how long has it been on the market? Does the company make its own product, or is it just made for them and 100 other companies just like it? Are you competing against major companies, perhaps in the telecommunications or internet industries? And how big is your target market? How many people would actually need or want your product? Well, that should weed out a few more, shouldn't it? Okay, on to the last and most important one. Test area 3, which is compensation. Now, ask yourself, why did you want to start a home-based business in the first place? Well, it was likely because of financial freedom, more time with your friends and family, or doing something that was fun and that you loved to do. So why don't we have that experience with most direct sales companies? Let's put it through the common sense and proof filter and find out. First off, how long does it take to explain the compensation plan? Do you need a 30-page manual, or does the company have to run special 2-hour training calls? Do you need a lawyer, an accountant, and maybe an actuary to help you understand what PV, BV, CV, GV, points, generations, etc., actually means? Are there difficult hoops, qualifications, and volume requirements that you have to meet every month? And once you hit a certain rank, do you get to keep that rank, or do you get knocked back down if you don't meet your volume requirements? Is the compensation plan hard to understand? And if it is, why is it? Have you ever asked yourself any of these questions when evaluating a company and have had a funny feeling in the pit of your stomach? Well, there's usually a reason why. And the reason for this is that many companies make compensation plans difficult to understand because if you actually understood how little you're paid, you would have never joined them in a million years. Guess what? Not all companies are created equal and they don't pay the same. Ask yourself, if there was a company that would pay you 4 to 5 times more for doing the same work and putting in the same time, wouldn't common sense tell you to have a closer look? So let's do that. Let's have a look at a company that is completely different from everything out there and can actually prove it. Let's do the same thing and put our test areas through the same filters and see what we come up with. First off, test area number 1, company details. The company that we're talking about is Enagic. Hironari Oshiro is the president, and it's been in business for close to 30 years. It has an extremely successful direct sales model for the last 10 years and has head offices in Japan, Hong Kong, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, and Canada, with ones opening in England, France, and Germany this year. Projected sales for 2008 are in the $500 million range. Its products are endorsed by the Japanese Ministry of Health as medical devices and has received numerous awards from professional associations and environmental groups. Well, is that a good start or what? Let's keep going. Test area number 2, the product. Enagic makes a water ionizer that changes the structure of ordinary water into something nothing short of miraculous. The Japanese have had this water secret for years and are among the longest living people in the world. Now it is available in North America. The market is huge. In Japan, 1 in 5 people have an ionizer. In North America, it's 1 in 18,000. Enagic is the number 1 in sales in Japan and North America, and dozens of Japanese hospitals use Enagic products in treating disease. Hundreds of clinical studies prove the effectiveness of these machines as well. Enagic manufactures its own product and builds every component from scratch, and is also endorsed by the man who pioneered the modern colonoscopy science and surgical procedure. There's so much more, but I'll let you discover for yourself when you do your due diligence. But I'd say if you're looking for a product, that this is a pretty good start. Test area number 3, compensation. This is one of my favorite areas. Like I said before, you started a business so that you could make money and have time freedom. Let's put Enagic through the common sense and proof filter. First off, Enagic has a compensation plan that a newbie can understand after watching a 4-minute movie once. There's no breakage that goes back to the company, and the entire distributor portion of the plan is paid to distributors. Only 200 sales in your organization can give you an income that would let you retire. And once you reach a rank, you never lose it, no matter what your volume is. There's no PV or BV or other confusing formulas, and you get paid on the full value of you and your group sales. There's no monthly auto ship, and the company pays daily. So, do I have your attention? I'm going to show you a few more points on the test area. Since we got into this business to make money, I want to show you how crucial it is to pick the right company. I'm going to show you something that will literally shell shock some of you and will likely ruin you for most other companies, but this needs to be done. Last year, a think tank of top marketers got together and evaluated over 700 of the most popular network marketing companies out there. They established a formula that used number of distributors in an organization, sales volume, and actual payout to the distributors. Each company was allowed to position their comp plan so it would pay the distributor most favorably. This is a typical cross-section of companies that you would find out there. So what we did is we took 200 people in your organization and prorated everyone so that you accumulated $800,000 in business volume. See the companies below? For $800,000 in business volume, they range in payout from a low of $20,000 to a high of $120,000. Now keep in mind, for most of these companies, BV or business volume is not actual money spent. For example, you might have to spend $140 or $150 to reach $100 in counted BV. So the actual money spent is likely closer to $1 million in volume. But we've decided to give these companies the benefit of the doubt and not call them on their BV smoke and mirrors formula. Even so, look at the difference in income between them and Enagic. Remember the range? $20,000 to $120,000. Look at Enagic on the same volume, and this is on actual volume, not some inflated BV formula. $290,000. So what looks better to you, $290,000 or the other figures below? If you were offered a job in corporate America and you had a choice of the salaries below, which one would you take? You'd be called insane if you took the $20,000 salary, but in network marketing, people do it every day because they don't know the truth. Now that you know the truth, what do you want to do as the next step? We have a company with 30 years experience, a miracle product, a bottomless market, and an unparalleled compensation plan. Get back to the person that brought you here, get all the additional information that you can, and then decide if this is a match for you. I hope this presentation was enlightening and that you learned something new today. Thanks for your time and have a great and prosperous day.